Hi guys, and welcome to Passport Pages, and today's video has become a bit of a tradition on the channel, as every year I do an updated version counting down the top 10 cheapest all-inclusive resorts for the upcoming year. No, they're not the best all-inclusives overall, but they are the best options for the money, just a really great rate. And speaking of, in last year's cheapest all-inclusive video, I had some complaints that the pricing was not accurate, so this might be the most important piece of advice I'll give on my channel. Travel has been completely destroyed by the pandemic. There are no longer high and low seasons like there used to be, so pricing is dependent on how soon you're going. Resorts need money now, like yesterday, to stay open to make up for how much they've lost over the past 2 years. So if you're booking a stay that's 6, 9, 12 months out, that's going to be double, maybe even triple, versus if you book something to go in the next 4 to 6 weeks. Resorts don't need your money 9 months from now. They might not even be in business anymore. I actually update this list throughout the year, and many of my original choices are permanently closed. It's so sad. So bear that in mind when you go to book. The sooner your trip is, the better your rate will be. And honestly, that goes for everything in travel these days. And one more important thing to note, the rates will be per room, which includes 2 people. Okay, without further ado, let's jump into the countdown. Kicking things off at number 10 is Samba Vallarta at $160 a night. So this all-inclusive is located on Banderas Bay in beautiful Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. And compared to many of the bigger resorts in the area, it's really much more intimate and laid back without all the crowds that you usually find in the area. So if you're looking for an alternative to the typical mega resort all-inclusive, this would be a great option for you. And of course, that smaller size keeps the price down as well. And another plus is because it doesn't draw the bigger crowds, it tends to stay pretty quiet. The 183 rooms are nice and spacious, not great in terms of style and decor, but you will get a mini bar with sodas, and another nice thing is that some rooms and all suites have balconies that overlook either the beach or pool. So speaking of, the pool is the heart of the resort. There is only one, but it's a good size and divided into 3 sections. One for adults, one for kids, and one for babies and toddlers. The adult section is the biggest and closest to the bar, makes sense, and there are plenty of loungers and seating areas to go around, so this is one resort where you don't have to get up early to reserve a spot, which is always nice. But I have to say, even though the pool is where everyone seems to spend the day, I actually think the beach is the nicest part of the resort. Just big and nice and very well maintained, staff is constantly raking the sand, and the beach has plenty of palapas to lounge under, as well as kayaks and boogie boards if you'd like to enjoy the ocean, which is generally calm here, although sometimes there is a bit of an undertow, and they have a really helpful flag system to let you know the severity levels based on green, yellow, and red flags. And since the beach is west-facing, it's a great spot to catch some really incredible sunsets. Full disclosure here, the 3 dining options are pretty mediocre, which is to be expected at this price point, but it's still a great all-inclusive for the money, nice and quiet, great for kids and adults alike, and a wonderful beach that's better than many much more expensive all-inclusives. So a very solid budget all-inclusive in Samba Vallarta. Number 9. Ocean Coral and Turquesa at an average $150 a night. And this place is big, you guys. Located in Puerto Morelos, Mexico, about 35 minutes from Cancun, so you're kind of halfway between Cancun and Playa del Carmen, and just 20 minutes from the airport. So it's a pretty convenient location, within driving distance to just about everything, and the concierge team is great about arranging day trips to lots of fun and interesting things in the area. So like I said, this is a big resort. Big grounds, pools, lobby, and even the 585 rooms are very big, as it's an all-suite resort. So while the decor is pretty basic, you get a lot of space to spread out, and all suites have either a balcony or terrace, as well as either a mini fridge or mini bar, and those are restocked daily. And I have a tip for you guys for room booking at this one. The pool bar gets pretty loud, especially at night. It's a big hangout spot, so you might want to request a room that's away from the pool area action. And as you explore the property, you'll find that it's like a small village with so much to do. Great dining variety, not the best quality, but lots of options to choose from. Plenty of activities from scuba diving to windsurfing, kayaking, kids club, and tennis. And then the most popular thing, there are huge 4 pools, including a kids pool with built-in chase loungers, complete with air jets so the kids can splash around while the parents relax poolside with a yummy drink in hand. And seating here does fill up quickly, so try to get there early, or you can follow the grounds right up to the ocean's edge and enjoy their beautiful stretch of beach shaded by palapas. And this water holds the 2nd largest barrier reef in the world, so you get great nearby snorkeling. So this is a really great budget all-inclusive for groups and especially families with kids. They have lots of things to do for everyone and just a really great rate for all of the on-site amenities that you get with the property. Number 8. Hilton Rose Hall with an average rate of $200 a night. A little bit pricier, but one of the nicer all-inclusives on my list. You'll find this one located on the north shore of Jamaica, where you'll be just 15 minutes from both downtown Montego Bay and the airport. And it has everything you could want in an all-inclusive, with plenty of unique touches that make it stand out from the rest of the competition. Beginning with its decor, which is much more polished and modern than many of its competitors, especially in this price range, with a very nice lobby, and the 488 rooms are much more upscale than most, and feature 6 different categories, with all different types of size and view options, so there's something for every budget. But regardless of what room you book, all comes standard with mini fridges stocked with bottled water, pillow top mattresses with down comforters, floor-to-ceiling windows, and balconies that overlook either the golf course or the ocean. So you're starting to see just how that little bit of extra money gets you a lot more with your stay. Outside, there are tons of amenities, but the most unique and well-known is their Sugar Mill Falls Water Park, which is the biggest of its kind in Jamaica. It's both kid and adult friendly, with a 280-foot slide, lazy river, 3 terraced pools, a jungle garden with rope suspension bridge, poolside drink service, and swim-up bar, with a really extensive selection of beer, wine, and cocktails. So just a great place for you guys to spend the day. The resort has 2 other pools, including the Lagoon Activity Pool, which is connected to the water park I just talked about, as well as the main pool, where most guests actually spend the day. And that's located right in the center of the property and is much quieter and more relaxed, and is surrounded by a big terrace bar and the beach, which is nice and wide and is divided into several smaller beaches with plenty of loungers, and most importantly, especially in Jamaica, it's strictly private, so no peddlers are allowed, which is not the case in many of the other nearby resorts, so that's a really big perk. And another big perk here is the food quality is very good, especially for the rate. So definitely take advantage of the dining here. Plus, you even get a bit of nightlife with several bars scattered around the property, some overlooking the pools and ocean, and they stay open pretty late. So some great options for a late night drink. So bottom line, this place is a great deal, you guys. It's modern, has excellent amenities, including some really unique ones, a nice and private beach, making it, in my opinion, one of the best all-inclusive deals in Jamaica. Number 7. Royal Solaris Cancun, usually around $180 a night, so a great deal. And if you're looking for an affordable all-inclusive with a ton of amenities, this is one of the best. Located right in the middle of the hotel zone in Cancun, on the beachfront side of the strip, so you get direct access to the ocean, and you're even within walking distance to the famous La Isla shopping village. So, let's start with the 300 rooms, which are a pretty good size, but they feel pretty basic, not much in the way of decor. But if you want to spend a little more, you can get a room with a balcony and even a balcony with a whirlpool tub. But of course, this list is about keeping things cheap. So if you want to stick around that $180 price tag, you're gonna have to sacrifice a bit on the room quality. But that's not what this resort is known for. The big draw is outside, and for such a small resort, they really pack a lot into a relatively small space. Beginning with their main pool, which is pretty big for the size of the resort, and it's got multiple levels, including a dipping pool with waterfall, kids area with water park, fountain, swim-up bar, in-water loungers, and even a few small walking bridges. This is definitely where most guests spend the day, so get there early because loungers do fill up fast. But of course, you also have the option of the beach, water sports at the marina, and the evenings kick off with daily flaming Mexican coffee happy hours around the lobby area, and the staff will literally set fire to your coffee before serving it, so that's pretty fun. And they also have nightly shows, and of course, downtown Cancun offers the best nightlife, and that's very close as well. So this all-inclusive gets overlooked quite a bit. Yes, it could use some updating, especially in the rooms, but you get a very balanced all-inclusive stay here with a great pool, lots of activities and amenities, good beach, and a great location, all for a really affordable rate. Number 6. Now let's look at 2 back-to-back options in Punta Cana, beginning with Now Onyx Punta Cana at an average $300 a night, so it is pricey, the most expensive one on my list, but it also offers an endless list of amenities, and when you break down how much you're getting for the money, it's one of the best values around. So this property opened in 2016 in the Overo Alto section of Punta Cana, which is located on a long and wide stretch of beach. It's beautiful. And as soon as you see the resort, you'll notice that everything looks fresh and modern and bright, with some rustic accents and touches here and there that give it more of a tropical vibe. And the grounds are just gorgeous, with pathways and fountains everywhere, making it a great property to just walk around and explore. Moving inside, just like the rest of the property, the 502 rooms are very bright and modern, with tropical touches like bamboo trunk room dividers, and all rooms come with fully stocked mini bars, which include water, soda, beer, and snacks like chips and candy bars. And the bathrooms deserve a mention here, finally. Decked out in marble with double sinks and rainfall showers, they're very nice. But my favorite thing about the rooms is that each one comes with a balcony, and each balcony has a whirlpool tub. Like, that never comes standard, you guys. So that's a huge perk, especially in terms of money, because that type of upgrade can run you quite a bit usually. So now to the on-site amenities, and there are so many that I'm just going to tell you about the main ones, beginning with their incredible beach. Just so nice and wide, with plenty of loungers and thatched umbrellas. You could almost say it's a perfect beach, except for the seaweed. The staff does do a great job of raking it up and staying on top of it, but it does pile up pretty quickly here. Their freshwater pools are a great swimming alternative. 2 of them are infinity pools, and 2 have swim-up bars, and there's even a saltwater kids pool where families usually spend the day. This resort also has tons of classes and activities throughout the day, from free scuba lessons to free tennis racket rentals, yoga classes, Zumba, water aerobics, on, and all of these options are included in your rate. For dining, it can be hit or miss, but they have 7 options, 10 bars, 24/7 room service, and if you still run out of places to eat and things to do, you have access to the Breathless Resort next door, which is adults only, and you can enjoy their amenities as well. So a pretty great all-inclusive all around. You get a lot for the money, and the only reason it doesn't rank higher is the price. Despite all that you get included, it's still on the high end for being considered a cheap all-inclusive, which is why I have a Punta Cana alternative for you that ranks a bit higher, with Vista Sol Punta Cana, coming in at $100 a night, so arguably the best deal on my list in terms of nightly rate, located right on beautiful Bavaro Beach and 30 minutes from the airport. So this resort is in a very central location, which is both good and bad. Good because you can walk to lots of souvenir shops and restaurants, but bad because a lot of vendors wander over to this less crowded section where there's less competition for them, so just beware of that. So the 473 rooms are actually much better than they used to be since they were renovated from 2013 through 15. And while they're not luxurious or super stylish, they're very open with a lot of space. And again, bear in mind, we're talking $100 a night with food and drinks. So let's be realistic, people. They're pretty nice for what you're paying. And if you want even more space, the family duplexes have a second story that look over the living room, and those are great for groups and families. And quite honestly, still cheaper than most standard rooms at an all-inclusive. Outside, the grounds are very pretty, and interestingly, you'll see a lot of peacocks wandering the grounds everywhere. They don't really advertise that, but there's a bunch of them, and they really blend in nicely into the landscaping. A big tip for dining: because the rates are so low here, this place gets pretty crowded, so you'll want to make sure that you get your a la carte dining reservations as early as possible in the morning, usually by 8:30 a.m. to make sure you get a spot. The food isn't great, but again, $100 a night. There are 3 pools, one with a swim-up bar, which is definitely the more active pool, and the other 2 are quieter and better for relaxing. But the best part of this all-inclusive, besides the super cheap rate of course, is the beach. It's just beautiful and is technically private access, although I told you about those pesky vendors that like to sneak on from time to time. But the beach has beautiful soft sand and a beach bar as well. So this is one of those resorts where everyone spends the day at the pools, but I think the beach is definitely the better spot to lounge and enjoy the day. So as you can see, it's not perfect, it does have some issues, but this all-inclusive is great for the traveler that just wants a tropical escape with a beautiful beach on a very strict budget. You want to go very cheap but still have a nice time. This is one of the best all-inclusive deals out there for you. Windjammer Landing in St. Lucia at $265 a night. I've talked about this resort before, and unfortunately, it's no longer the hidden gem that it used to be, because it's definitely on everyone's list now of all-inclusives to visit in St. Lucia, located on a private stretch of beach across 60 acres on the northwest coast of the island. And at first glance, you might think $265 a night is pushing the definition of what would be a cheap rate, but you get so much experience for the money, beginning with its unique design, which is so cool, made to look like a Mediterranean village, like one of those little towns in the Greek Isles, just so pretty. I'll talk about the grounds in more detail, but first let's head inside to the 330 rooms, and this property has some of the best room variety anywhere, from standard ocean view rooms to luxurious 4-bedroom villas. Obviously, with this type of video, you'll want to book a standard room to stay on budget, but the good news is that every room has a beautiful ocean view with really nice style and furnishings. Just know though that while the rooms at the top of the hill offer the best views, you will have a long walk down to get to the beach and amenities. But there is a shuttle that is active 24/7, and they're very good about transporting guests around the grounds on a regular basis. So not too much of a problem if you have mobility issues. So one of the nicest things about this resort is that the amenities cater just as much to couples as they do to families with kids. It's just one of those crowd-pleasing resorts that has something to make everyone happy, including 6 pools, daily activities from water polo to exercise classes, hiking. They have a water sports center where you can catch daily boat excursions or just grab some jet skis or kayaks. They've got snorkeling equipment, Hobie cats, paddle boards, banana boats, you name it, they've got it. And they even offer scuba diving classes and excursions as well. Plus, there's a kids club with games and activities, and of course, their 1,500-foot beach, which is really quite the activity center with a restaurant and walk-up beach bar serving frozen drinks, a giant chessboard, and you'll see guests playing volleyball throughout the day or swimming in the calm water or just relaxing on the blue lounge chairs sprinkled around the palm trees. So it's definitely one of your more energetic resorts. Not a place to party, but if you want a resort with a lot of activity options in a really pretty setting, this is a great budget all-inclusive option for you guys. Kicking off the top 3 with Hotel Riu Palace Pacifico at an average $220 a night is just such a great deal, located in Nuevo Vallarta's Riviera Nayarit area of Mexico. And Nueva Vallarta is like the quieter and more relaxing alternative to the busier party destination of Puerto Vallarta. You won't really find a downtown area here, just big, beautiful homes surrounded by a beautiful beach and golf courses, so a lovely area to escape to for a relaxing beach getaway. And as soon as you arrive, you'll see that the lobby is one of the nicest in Mexico, in my opinion, with marble pillars and chandeliers and an incredible stained glass ceiling. It's beautiful. And the grounds are every bit as beautiful, with stucco buildings and iron railings around perfectly manicured lawn and tiled walkways, and lots of comfy outdoor furniture spread around, so you have plenty of options to sit and take in all the beautiful scenery. So as you can tell, this place feels much more expensive than it is. Now, as I've talked about in other videos, RIU properties usually have the same style of rooms and suites throughout all their resorts. So it's a standard design, but you get either a junior suite or jacuzzi junior suite, and everyone comes with a balcony with a view of the pool, gardens, or ocean. And the balconies go off of the slightly sunken living rooms, which are a nice touch. Heading outside, the beach is beautiful and quiet as well, with plenty of lounge seating shaded by palm trees, and you even get good swimming, which can be rare in Mexico. And they also offer snorkeling, windsurfing, kayaking, and boogie boarding for some water sport options, or you can spend the day at their good-sized pool surrounded by nice lush palm trees, and it's got plenty of swim-up bar and in-pool lounge seating and bistro tables, so guests like to hang out here for most of the day. At night, they have a big, pretty nice theater with live shows every night. So with the exception of the kind of bland rooms, which is an issue for all RIU properties, I've talked about that several times in my videos, there's very little to complain about with this resort. It's a really solid all-inclusive, especially for the money. Which is why I have another RIU option for you with the Hotel RIU Palace Mexico at an average $285 a night. And I have to say, if you're looking for a good all-inclusive resort on a budget, very few do it as well as the RIU brand, and this is one of their absolute best, especially for the price. This is kind of a unique resort in that it's good if you're looking for more of a low-key party atmosphere where you want to have a good time with free-flowing alcohol at a budget price, but you don't want a wild spring break party vibe either. It's more of a middle ground. So it's located in beautiful Playa del Carmen, Mexico, in the upscale Playa Car area, and is located in a complex that it shares with 5 other RIU properties. But this is definitely the best one in my opinion. The lobby, which was renovated in 2012, is kind of like a disco chic style, which kind of tells you right away what the vibe of the resort is going to be. But the grounds are really beautiful, very well maintained, with perfect lawns and pretty fountains, and footpaths lined with colorful flowers and palm trees. Just a very pretty and romantic property to explore, which is why you'll see more couples than families at this particular location. The 434 rooms were also renovated in 2012 in that typical RIU pink and purple, so not the best style, but you do get well-stocked mini bars and liquor dispensers, as well as sliding doors that open onto furnished terraces, so some nicer touches in the rooms. And then outside, you'll find 4 pools, and one of them is adults only with a swim-up bar, plus 6 dining options, and this resort has some of the best food quality on my list, with really great variety and live cooking stations, and even theme nights throughout the week. They also have 7 bars scattered around the property, plus a 24-hour lounge, so you can drink and snack at all hours, or you can just order from their 24-hour room service option. For entertainment, they have a lot of options as well for all ages, from free intro scuba lessons to live music and shows, a disco, and a kids club and pool and playground area for the kiddos. This resort also has one of the better beaches with beautiful white sand. It does get seaweed, but they rake it pretty often, and there's plenty of loungers and palm trees for shade. No umbrellas though, so definitely try to grab one under a tree. And they offer both beach and pool drink service, and there's even a massage hut for beachside treatments. Plus, they host regular beach barbecues as well. So plenty to do, and something important to note. As a guest, you can access all the amenities at the other RIU properties in the complex, but they can't access the amenities at yours, which shows that this is the best option in the complex because that's usually what all-inclusive brands do for their better locations. So overall, great grounds, beach, pools, as well as good activity, dining, and drinking options, plus access to several other properties. If you can overlook the seaweed and the kind of bland rooms, this is a really great budget all-inclusive. So what's number 1? That would be the very underrated hidden gem Explorian Cozumel at an average $275 a night, which I really hope will remain a hidden gem now, fingers crossed, but it stayed a hidden gem for a couple of reasons. 1, it's very small, especially for an all-inclusive, which means it's more intimate. You actually get better service and more inclusions, but you don't get as much attention when you're not a mega resort. And 2, it's right next door to what is a mega resort, the famous Fiesta Americana, which completely overshadows it. So let's jump into why this is my number 1 cheapest all-inclusive, beginning with its location on the western side of Cozumel Island in Mexico. And while it isn't directly on the beach, I know that might be a big negative for some of you, it is just a 3-minute walk to the beach, and you have free access to all the amenities and facilities of Fiesta Americana as well, including beach and beach club access over there. But true to its name, this all-inclusive focuses on providing guests with adventures and explorations across Cozumel Island, so you get a great variety of free daily activities and guided expeditions, where you can explore the area either on horseback or by kayak or even in a dune buggy. The grounds themselves are very pretty and unique, with lots of open-air architecture and minimal but attractive style, including the 56 rooms, which even though they're decorated very simply, they still feel upscale, with very nice bedding and seating. Although no televisions, I know that might be another negative, but with so much to explore, I honestly don't think you guys will miss it. And if you really need a TV fix, you can watch one in the on-site restaurant. Some other nice room extras include bottled water, plus coffee and tea and juice with fresh baked bread delivered to your room each morning, and room service for all 3 meals is also included. The on-site restaurant includes all 3 meals with authentic local food, which is delicious, plus there's a self-serve bar. Some guests prefer bartenders, while others like that you can serve yourself as much as you like, so let me know your preference. Outside, there's a small but very nice pool surrounded by lush greenery with very chic and comfy umbrella-shaded loungers, but if you prefer the beach, like I said, you can use Fiesta's private beach club, which has food and drink service, and even get to access all their dining options, spa, boat dock, and 2 pools. But if you don't feel like fighting crowds, the Explorian's grounds are so lovely and intimate, and you get much more personalized service. And best of all, a very authentic experience, from the dining to the included expeditions that allow you the opportunity to get out and explore the beautiful and incredibly interesting surrounding area with all its Mayan history and intrigue. And the fact that all of that is included in your rate of $138 a night per person makes this my number 1 cheapest all-inclusive resort. So there you have my top 10 cheapest all-inclusive resorts for 2022. I've really enjoyed making this video the past 3 years now, and fingers crossed that the travel industry continues to come back so all of these affordable gems can continue to stay open. If you'd like me to continue making these each year, please click that like button and I'll be sure to make it an annual thing. This is Vanessa for Passport Pages. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you all very soon. Bye everyone.